Hello students, now we will discuss about Chlorophyceae members of algae. We know that algae are of three types. Algae nothing but one of the classifications from Thallophyta. These three types of algae are Chlorophyceae, Phaeophyceae and Rhodophyceae members. First we will discuss about Chlorophyceae members of algae. These Chlorophyceae members of algae, also called as green algae. These Chlorophyceae members are considered as most advanced type of algae, and also they are considered as ancestors for higher plants. They are usually having rigid cell wall and cellulose accumulation on inner side of cell wall, and on the outer side of the body there will be pectose. Pectose is a special type of carbohydrate. Chlorophyceae members are considered as cosmopolitan in distribution, means they are present throughout the ecosystem. Means all over the world will write. Just a minute. First one, unicellular forms. Under this, we will see examples like Chlamydomonas, next Chlorella, and Acetabularia. First one about Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas is a motile unicellular algae. Means here we said that it is motile. Means it moves with help of flagella. Is motile unicellular algae. Said that it is motile. The locomotory structures are flagella. Suppose if we roughly draw the structure of Chlamydomonas, it will be like this, having two number of flagella. This Chlamydomonas is having horseshoe shaped or cup shaped chloroplast. This cup shaped or horse shoe shaped chloroplast. This chloroplast has special type of reserved food called as pyrenoid bodies. The cup-shaped chloroplast has reserve food in form of pyrenoid bodies. So this pyrenoid bodies has, in textbook they have given like this pyrenoid bodies have means beside the protein beside the starch. It means that central protein and surrounded starch. Means if this is the protein, starch will be surrounding the protein like this. This complete structure is called pyrenoid bodies. Chlorella is non-motile unicellular algae. One scientist called as Melvin Kelvin, he has done experiment on this Chlorella algae and he explained C3 cycle. C3 cycle is also called as dark reaction in photosynthesis. Also called umbrella plant. Acetabularia is considered as the largest unicellular algae. We said that it is largest. Largest means roughly if you see the measurement, it is just about 10 centimeters in length. This is about unicellular algae. Colonial algae. Here, this colony form maintains fixed number of cells. Such nature of maintaining fixed number of algae or the living algae in that colony, it is termed as cenobium condition. This nature is termed as this nature of maintaining standard or fixed number of cells in that particular colony is termed as cenobium. And if the new colonies are formed, for suppose, we will see, take this as a colony. So these are the cells in the wall box. Consider that they are living in colony form. Now they have given arrays to new colonies. These new colonies at one stage they will be pushed out of the parent colony, and these colonies will be leading some means individual life later. So that how many number of cells are there before reproduction, the same number of cells will be present even after reproduction also in Volvox colony. parent volvox colony. Next, about multicellular algae. Here we see few examples like Ulothrix and Spirogyra. Ulothrix is also called as pond wool and Spirogyra also called as pond silk. Here, body of this multicellular algae are a filamentous type. Body is filamentous type. Spirogyra, its structure will be roughly like this. And chloroplast here is ribbon-like. Here, ribbon-like chloroplast. We say this one as coiled or spirally shaped chloroplast. So this is filamentous Spirogyra. Spirogyra undergoes reproduction by the process of fragmentation. Next, this Ulothrix, we don't have place here. Okay. We'll draw some of the structure of Ulothrix. Here it will be the base structure is called as hold fast. Here, if this part is broken or fragmented, then it can lead into individual life. Next, fourth one, multicellular thalloid or parenchyma type of algae. Here examples we will read as alva. Alva. Alva is also called as sea lettuce. Alva also called as sea lettuce. Coming to reproduction in Chlorophyceae members. Basically, reproduction in any type of living organism will be of two types. Means some will be exhibiting both, or some will be exhibiting only asexual and some will be of only sexual mode of reproduction. So, reproduction basically is of two types. First one, asexual. Second one, sexual mode. Under asexual type of reproduction, we see examples like binary fission, second one fragmentation. Binary fission type of reproduction in Chlorophyceae members is seen in unicellular forms, means one mother cell giving rise to two baby algae. Two daughter cells. Coming to fragmentation. Body is divided into many fragments and each fragment is developed into individual organism. Is broken into fragments and each fragment can be a new algae. By asexual mode of reproduction, we see different types of spores. During favorable condition, the types of spores produced are zoospores are produced. During unfavorable conditions, the types of spores produced in asexual reproduction are zoospores, epleinospores, hypnospores, and echinates. Here, the terms like epleinospore, echinate, and hypnospore only differ basing on the thickness of the outermost layer, that is cell wall. Here, zoospores are also considered as motile type of spores. So we have some place here. Zoospores are motile. In the previous MCQ, they have asked, what are the conditions required for production of zoospores? Zoospores are produced during favorable conditions and they are produced by asexual reproduction. And zoospores are motile in nature. Here we can see examples like Chlamydomonas and in fragmentation we can see examples like Spirogyra. Next, coming to sexual mode of reproduction. Here we can see in which type of algae sexual mode of reproduction is seen. We can see Chlamydomonas again, and also Cara. So sexual mode of reproduction based on the type of gametes, their sizes and their motile nature and their non-motile nature. It is of three types. First one, isogamy. Second one, anisogamy. Third one, oogamy. In case of isogamy, morphologically same sized gametes are fused together to give the zygote or the baby cell. Here, the fusing gametes are of same size. That we also say as the fusing gametes are morphologically similar, or coming to anisogamy. Here the fusing gametes may not be of same size, but both are either motile or either non-motile. Fusing gametes but both gametes can be motile or non-motile. For suppose, if you take motile type of gametes in anisogamy type of sexual reproduction, motile forms, the male will be smaller but having flagellae. The female will be bigger but having flagellae. So this we can consider as a diagrammatic representation. So these both are gametes. Next, coming to oogamy. Here we can take example like Chlamydomonas, but the species vary. Species we can take Chlamydomonas browni. Here also we can take example like Chlamydomonas. Other example we can take here next under oogamy. Here also fusing gametes are of dissimilar size or not equal sized, but male is motile and small, but female gamete will write is non-motile and bigger. Under these examples, we have some MCQs regarding Chara. So, Chara, if you see structure of the plant body, it roughly looks like this. Generally, in case of algae, any type of algae, the gametes are unicellular and they are not covered by any type of layer. That we say as they are jacketless. Basically, algal gametes are unicellular and jacketless. Means no outer layer or no covering, we can also use it. But Gametes of Chara are multicellular and jacketed. In case of Chara, this is female gamete. It is also called as oogonium. It is also called as nucleus. So we can say this structure as jacket. Here exists the male gamete. So this is male gamete. This is also called as globule. This we can say it as jacket. Now, this female gamete is also termed as oogonium, we have written. Likewise, this male gamete also called as antheridium. Antheridium. So we have to remember that this is downward at bottom side and female gamete is top side or upper side. Right at top. This is important because sometimes they will cut this diagram up to here and they will give, here they will draw the female gamete. Then we should not get confused. In case of Chara, the female gamete is on upper side, male gamete is on bottom side. Next. Chara, also called as stonewort. Chara, also called as stonewort. Basically, these Chlorophyceae members exhibit haplontic type of life cycle. Chlorophyceae exhibits haplontic life cycle. In case of Chlorophyceae, zygote formed, but it is of very, it exists for a very less time. Immediately it undergoes meiosis and produce meiospores. So that we call, here the type of spores that are formed during life cycle are zygotic meiospores. In life cycle, we see zygotic meiospores. Means zygote undergoes meiosis to give spores, haploid spores. So this is about sexual reproduction in Chlorophyceae members. The type of pigments. We see chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. These both, chlorophyll A and B, are said as universal pigments. Other type of pigments are carotene. Chlorophyll A and B are green pigments. Carotene is yellowish orange pigment. So keratin, it exists in form of beta carotene. Another one, xanthophylls. Under xanthophyll type of, these are considered as brownish pigments. Under this, here we see in case of Chlorophyceae members, lutea xanthin and viola xanthin. These both are yellow colored pigments. Next type is, what is the storage food material? Storage food in case of Chlorophyceae members is starch. And inside chloroplast, we also see the pyrenoid bodies also. Next, economic importance of along with the starch, we also see some oil droplets also. Coming to economic importance, we have seen unicellular non-motile algae, that is chlorella. Chlorella, it is means helpful in study of C3 cycle or dark reaction by Melvin Kelvin. In addition to that, it produces antibiotic chlorellin. This chlorellin is considered as normal basic antibiotic that kills bacteria. Simple antibiotic that kills pathogenic bacteria. But when animals take this one or when humans take this one, it will not create any damage to intestinal flora like E. coli. Now, this is also used as one of the best protein diet instead of spirulina. So, also used as protein diet to astronauts, the people who go to space. Chlorella is best protein source than spirulina. Spirulina is blue-green algae. Blue also used as oxygen source by astronauts. So this is one economic importance. Some types of bacteria are there. Those are called as parasitic algae. So we will see some points regarding parasitic algae. Parasitic algae is Cephallurus algae. Cephallurus algae, parasite on other algae and infectious to tea leaves. What type of infection or disease does it cause? It causes red rust in case of tea leaves. So these are important points regarding Chlorophyceae members.